Namaste students. हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया. I am JVN's Dr. Neeraj Holia, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. So today we are here to discuss the topic overview of bioseparation. So this topic comes under the subject downstream processing, upstream and downstream processing. So this topic was incomplete in the previous lecture. So we have earlier studied about the downstream processing. What is it? So it is the process of recovery of the bioproducts, biological products, which are synthesized in either in the animals or in the plant or the fermentation broth. So we use the biological system for production of the byproducts, and this was isolated using the bioseparation techniques. So in the downstream processing, there are four processes or four steps: the removal of the insolubles, product isolation, product purification, product polishing. So in the removal, first of all, we remove the insolubles using various techniques like the filtration, centrifugation, sedimentation, precipitation, flocculation, etc. Okay, so next in the product purification steps, it is done to separate those contaminants that resemble the product very closely in the physical and chemical property to the solvent. Okay, so various techniques like the affinity chromatography, size exclusion chromatography, and other chromatographic techniques, including the other techniques like the crystallization, precipitation, are used for this purpose. Next is the product polishing. So this is the process in which it is used for the packaging of the product in the form of that it is stable, easily transportable, and convenient. So the techniques used for this step is crystallization or desiccation, lyophilization, spray drying, etc. So what is the bioseparation? So biological products from the animal cells, plant cells, microbes, and the plant and animals itself are isolated or separated using the bioseparation techniques. So the biological products are known for their activities. Okay, so while using a specific bioseparation technique, we have to think that is it the best technique for in the specific product to maintain its activity. Means if you are selecting one technique of bioseparation, that should be not hamper the activity of the compound you are isolating or separating. Okay, suppose you are using the methanol. So methanol is known for its solvent activity. So if methanol is separated out and it's lost its solvent activity, so it is not of any use. Likewise, the other example, if you are isolating the penicillin, which is an antibiotic, and use during the process of bioseparation, if it is lost its antibacterial activity, so it is not of any use. So the choice of separation method depends on the nature of the product, as well as the purity, the yield, and most importantly, the activity requirements. Okay, so the in the bioseparation technique for specific, suppose you are you want to isolate antibiotic, so it may use the various steps. So various steps may be required for the bioseparation. Okay, so the steps may include the filtration, the extraction, the chromatography, the drying, etc. So you have to first uh, make a flow chart or flow diagram. So what steps you will be using for a specific product. So there are various principles, but the basic principle and theory of two key unit operations: one is the filtration and second is the chromatography. So the filtration is a mechanical operation and used for the separation of solids from the fluids. Fluids may be a liquid or a gas. By interposing a medium to porous membrane through which the fluid can pass, but the solids in the fluid are retained. So the solid particles deposited on the filter and form a layer which is known as the filter cake. So the filter cake is also helpful for further filtration process. Okay, so next is the chromatography, and using the chromatography, you are separating the various mixtures of compounds present in a specific solution. So you pass a mobile phase through a stationary phase, and some of the compounds are attached in the mobile phase, which are eluted out after the process, and some of the compounds are come with the stationary phase or mobile phase and stationary phase. So you can use the stationary phase or you can use the mobile phase for isolating the required products. So there are various techniques of chromatography like the ion exchange chromatography, where you use the charged stationary phase to separate the charged compounds. Okay, so there is affinity chromatography. So specific types of proteins like the antibodies and other proteins are have a specific affinity for the specific compounds. So according to their affinity they are bound and you can isolate after the process. So next is the size extrusion chromatography, and where you use a specific types of gel, and gel have the various pore size, and the compounds or molecules are separated out according to their size. So these are the various uh, uh, principal methods or bioprocesses for the separation. Okay, so hope you are satisfied with this detailed session, and if you have any query please write in the comment box. I will resolve your query. This session is powered by Digital Version 2 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University Jaipur. Thank you.